So did you know that by the time your kids leave your house, you'll have spent 70% of the time you get with them? 70%. Time goes by so fast. But you know that, right? Because you just bought them a new pair of shoes 2 weeks ago that they've already outgrown. Yeah. So you want to spend time with them, but you also have this business because you have dreams and you have goals and you have a desire to make a difference in the world. But you want to spend time with your kids because they're really important to you, and you decided to be a stay-at-home mom for a reason, but you also started your business for a reason. And what are you going to do about it? Like, you can be over here with your family, you can be here with your business, and it's this constant tug of war. This one's pulling you this way, this one's pulling you this way. And then there's the guilt. Yeah. And I totally get it because that was me. But I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. First, I want to tell you about a client of mine that I'll call Ashley. Now, Ashley heard me speak and decided to get on a call with me because she was having a bit of a struggle in this area. So she calls me up and we're talking and she's just like, Kirsten, I don't know if I can do this because I have a little baby and I have so much to do. She takes a lot of time and I really love her, but I just started this new business because it's really fun and it's something that's helping me like be not just a mom, but something else that's for me. But my to-do list is a mile long and I'm never getting anything done because every time I try, something else comes up. And I think that I don't know if I can make it. So I said, okay, Ashley, it's all right. I got you. We'll work on this together. So she hired me and I set her up with the tools that I use in my Mompreneur operating system. And she went on her way and we became really good friends because that's what I like to do with my clients. And so a couple of months later, so a few weeks ago, she sent me a message on Facebook. And I read it and it said, Kirsten, guess what? I just qualified for a car in my company. And I made the most amount of money that I have ever made before. My relationship with John, that's her husband, is better than it's been in so long. And little Caroline is playing on the floor next to me while I cook dinner. And I had to write an LOL back to her because before she never made dinner because she was always too busy and too overwhelmed. And so then she just said, thank you so much for getting me set up because I could not have done this on my own. That is why I do what I do. Because helping moms with businesses integrate their family with their other passion changes lives and it changes the world. Now, how do I know this? Well, I had a business. I had a business for about 10 years and it went along pretty well. And I was pretty successful at it and it was doing well. But when I worked on my business, and I was over here, my kids were over there watching a lot of TV, and I was neglecting them. But then when I was like, playing with the kids, and we were making cookies and science projects and stuff, my business was over there, and it wasn't getting done. And so I would go back and forth, and my business would be taken care of, but my family would be neglected. And then I would take care of my family, but my business was going down like this because I couldn't keep up both. I didn't know how to integrate them together. And so after a while, I was just like, you know what? My family is the most important to me. And so I decided to stay over here for a while and be with my family. And you know what happened? My business failed. And I felt really bad about it. And I was like, I felt like I'd given up on my dream, But I decided I only failed if I failed to learn. So I decided to go back and think about all of the things that I had learned in my business. So I got out a piece of paper and I was writing these things down and I was reflecting on what I had learned over the years. And then I was also thinking about the things that I'd learned as a mom, because 10 years, there's kind of a lot of stuff. And we come up with a lot of hacks and systems and things to make our lives work. And I realized that if I put the business stuff together with the things I knew as a mom, it could work together. And that is how I came up with the Mompreneur operating system. And I knew that with this, I could help other mompreneurs make their business and their life work together. So I'm going to tell you one of my very favorite steps in this system. Okay, so get out a piece of paper and you're going to make 2 columns. Line down the middle. In the first column, you write out everything that's in your head that you need to do. So if it's schedule that doctor's appointment, plan the meals for the week, go to the school play at 2:30 on Friday, whatever it is. Social media post. Make that graphic. All out. Okay. Next column. You're going to write 4 categories. Top of it, write delete. Below that, write delegate. Below that, write quick or short tasks. And underneath that one, write long or thinking tasks. Now, you're going to take your to-do list and put every single one of those items in one of those categories. So if it's something that's not super important, that can be put off or just not done at all really, put it in the delete column. If someone else can do it, go to the grocery store or pick up the dry cleaning or get gas in the car, put it in that category. And then guess what? You need to delegate it to that person. Your husband? Awesome. You have an assistant? Even better. And so then you should only have those quick tasks and those long tasks left. But you still have a to-do list, guys. And we know what happens with to-do lists. They stay to-do lists. And so we are going to schedule it. So pull out your planner. Pull out your iCal. Open it up and put each one of those things into your calendar. Pick a time that it's going to happen. And if you want to group all those quick tasks together in an hour, awesome. If you want to spread them out during the day, that's awesome too. And those longer thinking tasks, try to schedule them when you know that you're going to have time to not be interrupted, because then your brain needs to think, right? Or you can break them down into smaller steps, and then they can be broken up even more. So with that, you have the way that it's actually going to be done. So imagine this. You're at the park with your kids, pushing them on the swing, watching them go down the slide, and you're like, oh, we gotta go because I need to, work on my business over here. And then you pull out your calendar, you're like, wait a second, no. That email that I said I was gonna send, I'm sending it at 2:00, right? It's only 1. Guys, keep swinging, because we have another hour here that we can play at the park. So your business is not pulling you constantly when you want to be with your family, because you know that those things are going to be taken care of. You scheduled it in. And you know that you get to be with your family and not be worrying about your business, because this is your family time. Business is already scheduled in. See the power of that? But that is only one of the steps in the Mompreneur operating system. So if you want to have a few more tools in your toolbox, few more steps that can help you blend your family and your business, make them work together so that you are not constantly being pulled apart, then schedule a call with me and I will show you how you can become that awesome mom that you know you already are, and that amazing business owner that you are inside, so you can follow those dreams that you have. Because when we work together on it, you will stop wasting your most precious commodity, which is time. Thanks.